Yo, what's up everybody? It's Julius DeBerry with Majestic Studios. I'm back today with another Korg Nautilus video. I've been getting some questions in my comments and in my inbox concerning the arpeggio and drum backing track feature that is built into the Nautilus. So I wanted to do a couple of videos, a series of videos on that. I have a feeling that this might end up going long, so what I'm planning to do is to just do one complete video, but I'm going to break it up into 10 or 15 minute increments, maybe ending up with 2 or 3 videos for you guys to check out, so it won't end up being too long and you have to sit through a long video, but maybe just a few short ones for you guys to check out. So if you're interested in the arpeggio mode, an overview of the arpeggio and the drum track feature built into the Nautilus, this is the video for you. Let's check it out. Alright guys, so like I said, I wanted to do a little quick video showcasing, doing an overview kind of demo thing of some of the features, the fine points within the arpeggio mode. And so what the arpeggio is basically arpeggiator is when you're able to hit one note or a chord, and the keyboard will automatically arpeggiate it up or down the keyboard using a preset sequence for you guys. So like, just to give you an example, we're under the Korg Nautilus Grand Dry Ambient Piano. I'm going to push this Arp button that's right here to the left of the screen, and I'm just going to play a chord, and let's just watch what happens. So as you see, just from pressing that Arp button and holding the key down, the keyboard will kind of generate some phrases for you based on the arpeggio that you have set. Alright, so that's what the arpeggio is. And then the drum track, of course, that's self-explanatory. When we press the drum button and then we trigger a button, it's going to play a drum track for us. A backing drum track. And you can play the arpeggiator and the drum track together. Alright, so that's what the arpeggiator and the drum track does. The arpeggiator and the drum track. We're going to go into the settings and kind of look around and see what some of the parameters and the different settings that we can set in here to make it our own, or to make it unique to how we want to use it. So what you would do from any mode, if you're in program mode or if you're in combination mode, there is a little button down here at the bottom that says Arp Drum. Alright, so let's talk about program mode first. So alright, so now we are in this, there's a tab right across the bottom of the screen, and you push that button, it says ARP or DRUM, drum. Alright, so what this screen does is you can set up various parameters that will affect the way your arpeggio or drum track responds when you push buttons or play the keyboard on your Nautilus. Alright, so we'll start right here at the top of the screen. We'll just kind of work our way down and kind of go through the various parameters. So right here at the top of the screen, you see it says gate, velocity, length, swing, and drum SD. Now these first 4 parameters are all tied to the arpeggiator. So these will be things that will change within your Arp when you modify the parameters using these knobs. And the drum SD is a little bit more unique to the drum track. And I'll tell you guys what that does in just a second. So the first thing we're going to look at is the gate, velocity, length, and the swing. So if you want to be able to modify those things within your arpeggio, so let's just say we're going to hold the Arp, we're going to turn the Arp on, and we're going to play the Arp. All right, so if you want the knobs to be able to control these first 5 knobs to be able to control the parameters that are set up for that, you want to push this button that kind of coordinates, or not coordinates, but the button that tells the knobs which mode they need to be in, or which parameters you would like to be able to assign to them. You want to put this button, you have 3 options. The first one is the sound, the second one is ARP/drum, and the third one is user. And you guessed it, if you want to be able to control these knobs, you're going to put it on ARP/drum. So now when I play this chord, if I modify these knobs, it's going to change the way the arpeggio responds to me playing the keys. So I'm going to just play that chord, and I'm going to first change this gate. All right. So you see now, I don't have my foot on the sustain pedal, and it started to kind of gate the sound that's coming through for this piano from the ARP. And as I change that gate parameter, it lengthens the piano note, the notes that we're hearing. All right, so then velocity is going to be the velocity of the keys that are triggered within the ARP. So let's turn that knob. So you see it's all the way down now. As you see, it's like you're playing the keys really softly, but as we modify that velocity, those keys are going to be getting triggered at harder and harder velocities. All right, so let's pull that back just a little bit. And the length is kind of cool because it, like if you look at your arpeggio, like with the chords you're playing, I'm playing a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 finger chord right now. But the arpeggio is going to either be really small, confined to the notes that you're playing, or even less notes that you're playing, or it could widen. Okay, and so if we change the length, that's what's going to modify how wide or short our arpeggiator is being kept as far as within the confines of the chord we play. So I'll put it all the way at the bottom for length, and you see I'm playing a 6 finger chord, and you can hear the chord I'm playing, but the arpeggio is only triggering 1 note within that chord because length is all the way down. But watch what happens as I increase the length. It starts to add notes. All right, so now you see the arpeggio is encompassing all of the notes. It's encompassing all of the notes that I was playing in my chord. All right, and then the swing is just the swing of the beat, like how far or off it is right on the beat when it's playing. So let's modify the swing. See, it's right on the beat. Bop, 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 bop. All right, and as I start to change the swing, all right, it starts to syncopate a little bit off the beat. All right. All right, so you can modify, kind of, it sounds like it's really moving the 8th note around inside that ARP, but it just affects the swing. And this stuff is going to all sound different depending on which patch you're playing, which program, which combi, and what sound within your combi you have assigned to respond to the arpeggiator, which we'll talk about later. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. All right, so the last one is really cool though. The last one, the drum SD, that is the snare drum within your drum track. So if I turn this ARP off